Okay, everybody's been asking for an update on Alyssa. And here's our little princess. We're not at the hospital. They were actually pretty surprised at how healthy she was for a baby with pertussis. Her lungs are clear. Everything's clear. There's not even any yellow in her mucus. She didn't even have much mucus when the respiratory therapist came and sucked her out. They didn't even, obviously they didn't go into her lungs because her lungs were clear. They just went, suctioned out her nose and throat. And she just loved that. They gave me some tips on some things to do to help get the mucus out better. Unfortunately, there's nothing that doctors know to do to keep those really scary spasms from happening that keep the baby from being able to breathe in or out. And that's what happened the other day when she was coughing and choking, and then all of a sudden she went into the spasms and she turned purple. So I did my own research and found out that oregano oil is also an antispasmodic. I've never used it as that before, never had a reason, so I did not know that. So I put some oregano oil and olive oil, been keeping it up around her neck and the upper part of her chest, as well as I had already been doing that with garlic oil. And I started that yesterday, and the spasms started lessening in length. And then she hasn't actually had any of the spasms since probably late yesterday afternoon. She still chokes and things on her mucus, but it's not anything real bad. It's not anything where I'm concerned that she's not getting breath for a long time or anything like that. So she's actually doing really well. We did go ahead and start the antibiotics. Just a little FYI for anybody who has to deal with this, we found out the antibiotics are not for my kids to get over it. Once you've got it, it just has to run its course, except for I'm giving my kids, there's vitamin C in this. I give them mega doses of vitamin C and lots of other good, healthy, natural things to help their body fight this. But that is not what the antibiotics are for. It is to keep them from shedding it so they don't spread it to other people. Even though for right now we are quarantined until after the 21st day of the onset of the coughing. That's pretty much it. We're just taking a lot of precautions, like keeping her tilted up when she's sleeping, and trying to keep the mucus thinned out as much as we can with Highland's cough and mucus, and patting her between the shoulder blades every time she coughs, and sucking out her nose before she eats and before she goes to sleep. And also I got some saline drops to kind of help with that as well, kind of thin some of that out and help it easier to suction out. Zadok is also doing pretty well. He's only had little mild spasms. I still try to put the oregano oil on him as well, so that he doesn't get worse spasms. He's never had anything that had me really concerned. Just things that, makes it scary for him. We're taking some of the same precautions with him as well. Not all of them, because he kind of decides on it for himself where he sleeps. But anyway, that's it. And Katie and Joshua are handling it really well. So that's all, and we're good. Glad for the good news. Scary to know that there's, not anything real 100% definite that we know can keep those spasms away, but the oregano oil does seem to be helping. So, that's it. Thanks for all the prayers. We definitely need them.